But we were on the bus tour, and by then the climate was very different than it is now. It was very polarizing. The media was trying to convince everybody that, Trump was someone that he's not. And you took a leap of faith, and you were on this bus. And I remember, you're so humble. You were sitting there with us, and maybe there was like 4 of us, and you're like, what am I gonna do if this doesn't work out? Like, no, we didn't know at that time what was gonna happen, right? And you said to us, and I get the chills as I'm saying it, but you were so humble and so real, and your courage to just say, like, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. And I remember looking at you in that moment thinking, she has such light to share with the world, regardless of what happens.
That's so nice.
With this campaign. And she's gonna do amazing things. What were you thinking in that moment?
I remember when my father-in-law asked me if I would help him in my home state of North Carolina. Eric and I talked, and I was like, I think your dad just put me in charge of North Carolina. And he was like, well, you better take a leave of absence from work. And I was like, but what does that mean? And so not knowing, and you're right, that God, it was so aggressive, and nothing prepares you for that. I don't think anything could have prepared any person out there for how aggressively they tried to take down Donald Trump in that the first, little bit that he was running for president. But I did wonder, what happens to me? Because look, Katrina, as you know, I'm just a normal girl from North Carolina. Mm-hmm. I could be any girl out there. I probably grew up like most Americans did. And having the last name Trump was already such a big thing for me. I never anticipated something like that. Then being part of a presidential campaign, for a lot of us, we said, well, what happens next? They're really demonizing not just Donald Trump, but those of us who were supporting him, not the least of which was you as well, right? Mm-hmm. And so I think we all kind of had to take this big leap of faith and say, you know what, we're gonna go out and we're gonna do what we know is right. We're gonna speak the truth. And initially, that's how I got involved. Did I know anything about politics in 2015? No. But I knew who Donald Trump was, and I knew how he treated me as his new daughter-in-law, because Eric and I were only married for 6 months when he announced he was running for president. And so that's what I did. I went out and talked about the man I knew, about the father to my husband. That's initially how I started. I've just put my faith in God into everything I do. And I've just said, lead me, show me where you want me to go. And obviously, it's taken me some very interesting places.